Welcome to another Foolish Thoughts episode. This is Joseph Barone, aka A Fool for Learning, your training and learning consultant. Our foolish thought for today is the Hemingway trick. For many writers, or even those of us who had to write long project papers, one of the hardest things to do was to get started in the morning or whenever we got started. I know that I would open up a document and sometimes it would take me 30, 40, or even an hour to really get into the flow. And I'd be able to work on things for an hour or two before either getting distracted or tired or needed to do something else. I know that even today, before I can get started in writing podcast scripts, it sometimes takes a while to begin in earnest. And speaking of earnest, there's a trick which was shared with Esquire magazine in 1935 by Ernest Hemingway. Now, for those of you who don't know, Ernest Hemingway was an American novelist, short story writer, and journalist. Born in 1899 and died in 1961. Some of his most famous works are A Farewell to Arms, The Sun Also Rises, and For Whom the Bell Tolls. In this interview with Esquire magazine, Ernest Hemingway stated that he had found that, quote, "The best way is always to stop when you're going good and when you know what will happen next. If you do that every day when you're writing a novel, you will never be stuck." End quote. In other words, if you're coming to the end of the day and you're working on a story, stop mid-sentence, stop mid-paragraph, stop mid-chapter. Don't finish it. When you come back the next day, you'll be able to continue as if you are simply picking up where you last left off. There'll be no writer's block. Now, have you ever tried this? Personally, I know I couldn't do this. Why? Because if I did that, I'd be lying awake all night thinking about the fact that I had to finish the rest of the sentence, the paragraph, or even chapter. In fact, I'd probably never get any sleep because I'd be thinking about it. And the only way I'd get some sleep is to get up, finish it, and then go back to sleep. Now, have you ever heard of the Hemingway trick? Have you ever used it? It seems that this Hemingway trick had become fashionable in a lot of business publications in mid-2023 and early in 2024. I myself learned about it not from a business publication, but from a webinar given by Joe O'Connor of Work Time Reduction on August 14, 2024 for Training Magazine Network. If you learned something from this podcast, please take a moment to like, comment, subscribe, or even share with a friend. And to learn more about how I can assist you and your organization with an appropriate learning solution to meet your business needs, please visit my website at afoolforlearning.com. This is Joseph Barone, aka A Fool for Learning, signing out. Remember, learn, perform, succeed.